Today we are watching the #1 movie on Netflix, Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery. Now, I only recently entered the Knives Out fandom and watched the first Knives Out film just like a week ago, but the reason I watched it was so that I could be in the now with the crowd that's watching Glass Onion right now. It has been #1 on Netflix since it dropped a couple days ago. I've heard mostly positive reviews. I have heard that apparently this sequel is very, very different in tone to the first film. This one also has a star-studded cast, I believe. I don't remember all of them, but I'm sure I'll remember as they pop up on the screen. As far as plot goes, I haven't been spoiled by anything. I did try to look at like a synopsis for it because I was like, what is going to happen? And the only thing I saw is that I think this takes place in Greece on like a cruise or a ship or something. I don't know. I think a cruise. And then yeah, as far as expectations going into the film, I do hope that we have some more original twists. In the original murder that we thought was a murder wasn't actually a murder, and that was the main twist, I believe, of that film. And I'm kind of hoping that in this film, the beginning murder is actually a murder, and I want to see what kind of original twists that a Knives Out mystery can give us from that kind of classic storyline. So if it's not that, I'm sure they'll pull out something that is equally as entertaining, and I am going to be very excited to hear what you guys have to think of the sequel as well. So yeah, with that, let's get to watching Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery. Love Mike.
It's from Miles.
Oh, Miles. Is Miles Bronze about to die?
Genius or insanity. Uber for biospheres. I don't know. Okay.
What?
Remember child equals NFT? We all laughed, but then the Crypto Kids app paid for this building.
What is it? It's just like a block of wood.
Oh my gosh. The invitation itself is a mystery.
Will you shut it? We've been over this a million times. I told you when me and Whiskey are live, you gotta let us do.
Oh man.
Got a delivery. It's in the kitchen.
Oh. Wow. Very fancy. More puzzles?
It's a compass.
Mom.
It's a compass.
His
Okay,
mom is
north,
so smart.
south. Okay, and it's for north.
Oh my. How much money did this guy spend to send all these out?
1, 2, 3.
You're invited to Greece. Oh, a glass onion.
Look at that. You are cordially invited.
For a long weekend on my private island.
Where we will celebrate the bonds that connect us.
You will also be competing to solve the mystery
of my murder.
Is this like a fun little game? And like whoever wins and figures it out gets to like be his confidant? Who are you? She wasn't on the little phone call. Okay, one way to do it.
But Philip told me you haven't left the bath for a week.
Oh,
That's hyperbole. I think I might be going insane. In my mind is a fueled up racing car, and I got nowhere to drive it. The last thing I need is a vacation. I need danger, the hunt, a challenge.
and what if you can get a 2-for-1?
Someone here for you.
Now, who's the one who hires him this time? Or are they not gonna tell us? Is it gonna be a mystery like the last movie? Are you kidding? What does she have covering her face right now?
Hello, stranger danger.
Mr. Blanc, you are stranger danger?
Why are you in Greece, Mr. Blanc?
I was invited by Miles Braun.
Murder mystery.
Blanc.
I was invited by Miles Braun.
Oh, I was like, did I hear that right? He was really invited by Miles? Did he get one of those big special invitations?
Benoit Blanc is going to help solve the mystery of Miles' murder.
So they clearly are not taking this as a serious murder, right? They think it's all fun and games.
I'm going to need you to remove your mask and extend your tongue. This will only be momentarily uncomfortable.
The heck was that?
Is that some kind of disinfectant? Oh,
You're good. Have a great trip, everyone.
I mean, that's suspicious, but wouldn't that be nice? Oh, it's our last mystery girl who broke it open. Do they know her? Do they not?
Andy! Hi!
Andy.
Andy started Alpha with Miles 10 years ago, just the two of them.
That's Cassandra Brand, and they're no longer partners.
Oh my gosh.
One legal move would cut her out completely.
and still invites her on these little
But
trips.
he's still invited
Trips?
us to this weekend?
Yeah.
The question isn't why did he invite her? It's why did she show up?
You're trying to say she should be out seeking revenge? No, I'm with my girl Andy. Because if you started it as his partner, I don't even care if, and he kicked you out, get your revenge. I don't know. He's alive? Is that him? Miles? Oh, I thought he was going to be missing already and possibly dead.
Bring it in. How you doing? Sexy, right?
So, Benoit Blanc, huh?
Okay. Well, that was weird. Why are you surprised? Did you not think she would come, or did you not send
Andy.
an invite?
Hey, bro. Not here.
Who is that?
Who's that?
That's Daryl.
Okay. We're gonna stop there and regroup. Daryl, random party dude, staying on the Glass Onion. That's the name of the island. Okay. I just want to say I'm already putting on my detective hat, right? And I'm trying to figure this out. I failed miserably at the first movie. And if this movie does something right, I'll probably fail miserably again, but I'm still going to try. So, obviously my biggest focus right now is Miles. I'm surprised he's still alive. Obviously, this murder mystery either is a game that is supposed to be a game that he is setting up for them for this Glass Onion experience, which it's weird that he would hire a real PI for a game. I feel like the obvious way to go with that is the fact that he's reeling them all in by making them think it's a game, and then what? Because when the invites got sent and it said the whole murder mystery thing, I was like, okay, maybe somebody is posing as Miles. He is murdered, but why would the person who's posing as Miles invite all these people to come and try to figure out who the killer is? That would be dumb. So then the other obvious direction you could take from this is the fact that Andy might be here to kill Miles. That is something that's a little too obvious. Again, I don't think that's the case. I don't think Andy is a murderer. I also love this little detail that they put in of everyone else being on the call together, talking with each other. The fact that she's kind of the odd one out of the group. That is going to be good for Detective Blanc to get on some common ground with Andy and hopefully get some stuff out of her. But I love how the movie set up the rest of the group getting their invites and solving it together. And then when we see Andy for the first time, she just tears that thing apart with like a hammer or a crowbar or whatever she was using. And you can take a couple things when you initially see that scene. It could either be like, okay, she has no respect for Miles and she just doesn't want to play the game that he's giving her. Or the other option is she is not a mystery solver and she doesn't do that. She doesn't, like, mentally, that's not her thing. I think that Andy, especially knowing that she started, I forget what the startup, this company that Miles has, I forget what they call it, might have been called Alpha. This company that they started together, clearly she is an incredibly intelligent woman and she could have solved all those puzzles in the box probably quicker than everyone else in this group and gotten the invite that way. But, you know, it says a lot about her personality, her character, and her past relations with Miles that she just broke it open, because it tells us she is not willing to play into his games anymore. So that brings us back to the question of why is she on the island? Because this whole island experience, right, that Miles is setting up for this group is supposed to be one big game. So why would she come to something that she doesn't want to be involved in? Why she doesn't want to play Miles's games? What does she want? Now, I think it's too obvious, you know, that she would be there for murder, but it does make her motives as a character very, very interesting to me. So I'm excited to learn more about her.
This rich people shit is weird.
Thank you. You know, I have occasionally...
I knew they were going to bond.
It's what came before, where I am now, what I'll leave to the world.
Oh, he just thinks he is, like, so important, doesn't he?
See, look, that's the thing. This isn't just a rich asshole house. It's not even a house. It's a commune.
Okay. We're just not going to talk about that. Hello?
That's the hourly dong. You know I got Phil Glass to compose that.
So much unnecessary money that he throws at this stuff.
Oh, Miles.
Okay. I am going to say, though, I feel like another question that we have to ask is Miles in on what's about to happen in this game, or is he not? And we still don't know for sure if he's going to... I do think he's going to be the one that's murdered. I do think that. I think as far as Miles' motivation goes, I think he genuinely just wants to invite these people that worship his feet to come to this island and play his little game and send him off at the end of the day and feel like a god in their presence while they're there. And I think he loves himself too much to be in on anything that could harm him. So he for sure does not have any idea that he's about to be murdered. That's my guess. So I'm gonna already eliminate him as a suspect. I do think he's gonna be the one murdered. Do you know what could be crazy though? He makes this game, this murder game, so realistic that they think something genuinely bad has happened to him or something, he's gone missing and they're trying to figure it out. What if he's dumb and he really tries to convince them of the fact that this isn't a game and this is a genuine murder, and it's like, prank, you knew it was a game, I wasn't actually murdered, right? But what if the group thinks that he was actually murdered when he wasn't? They turn on each other and then a murder happens within the group, and that is the murder, that is the focus of the movie. That one's out there. Might cut that one out.
I really am glad you're here.
Are you? Because it didn't look like it.
What are you doing here?
What?
I'm sorry.
No.
What are you doing here?
Miles wasn't the one that invited him.
Me.
No, I didn't.
What? Another one where we don't know who hires him?
Once the boxes are open and the puzzle's complete, is there any way to close them again? To reset them?
Okay, so clearly it wasn't, this is, the theory is correct and someone reset the box and sent it to Benoit Blanc. Obviously that narrows it down for us to what are 5 people. Why? Clearly it wasn't just to be a prank and be funny. You know, this is a Knives Out mystery. That's not the case. So then the case would be, I would assume, is that they know that they're going to need a real detective because a real murder is going to take place. But if you are the one who's planning to be the murderer, you wouldn't want to be found out, so you wouldn't be the one to send the box. But if you have suspicion, unless this person who's planning to murder Miles is a narcissist, as most murderers are, premeditated murderers are, I should say, and they think they're going to be able to frame somebody else for the crime, then maybe they could have the guts to send their box to Benoit Blanc to get him over here and get someone else in the group in jail. That's possible. Or it's possible that it's also possible that somebody who is suspicious that someone else in the group is going to murder someone sent it to him as a precaution because they're worried about a possible murder that's going to happen on the island for some reason. Or we'd have no reason to trust Miles. He could be acting right now and he could have sent it to him for another reason that we don't know yet. I don't trust that just because he said, no, I did not send it to you, means that he did not. However, he doesn't seem to be a very deep person. I understand that he's clearly smart enough to be this successful, but I don't know. I don't think he's the one behind all of this.
Oh my God!
Really? Asshole.
Now it's a party.
Claire and Lionel? Conspiring?
How long has it been?
Since the trial, so a few months.
The trial?
Look, everybody. Look. Miles, you're so funny having this around.
What first drew you all together? You're such an eclectic bunch.
Establishment BS off top of the world. But then...
Well,
But then?
then there was the whole thing.
Oh, she got
Halloween
canceled?
Costume.
10 years looking on the taint of academia to get permission to start pushing the boundaries of science. He just did it. That's what I did with Alpha.
Go on.
It's what we did with Alpha. Even your partner will say, you need to stop. Nobody wants you to break the system itself. But that is what true disruption is.
Okay.
And that is what unites all of us.
Disruption unites. Maybe for a time.
Every single one of you is holding on for dear life to Miles Brine's golden titties. You'll stab a friend in the back to hold on.
It's a dangerous thing to mistake speaking without thought for speaking the truth.
Something's off.
What do
The
you mean?
heck?
She's changed.
Why was she walking like that?
This is a smokeless garden. This is a smokeless garden.
Oops. Oh. Duke wasn't aware that was going to happen because I could see that a mile away. Sorry to break it to you. This is gonna sound really strange, but I swear last night I had a dream in a place that looked just like this.
Still whiskey soda.
I would not be drinking that if I was her.
You know,
Okay. Why would you hang a framed print of the Mona Lisa
Don't tell me that's the actual Mona
shade
Lisa.
poster in your dorm room?
Louvre's closed, France needed money, and so I bought myself a little short-term loan. I want to be responsible for something that gets mentioned in the same breath as the Mona Lisa. Forever. You know what this is?
You know damn well we do.
I don't.
What's going on, Miles?
That's a new solid hydrogen fuel. It's incredibly powerful. It's radically efficient. We are going to announce Clear America, our affordable home power solution.
I told you I need 2 years minimum to test this stuff to see if it's safe or even
He doesn't
viable.
care if it's safe.
I'm not gonna be responsible for putting something out in the world before it is tested and
Oh, yeah.
no.
This whole place is
You're
fueled.
running this entire place off this?
This is gonna end with this whole island blowing up, isn't it?
Have we started already? Is it?
Well, the murder hasn't happened,
Oh, okay.
but yeah, why not?
It was Birdie who planted a remote device on the crossbow in revenge for you stealing her signature Ren diamond.
No way. He for real solving what it's supposed to be right now.
Kindly open it for us.
Yep.
My God, that just felt so good, so solid, so satisfying.
That was not the simplest thing to set up, so it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Should have made it harder then.
Truth is, I ruined your game on purpose, and for a very good reason.
Oh.
I'm sorry,
You
what?
think something real is afoot.
You've taken 7 people, each of whom has a real-life reason to wish you harm, gathered them together on a remote island, placed the idea of your murder in their head. It's like putting a loaded gun on the table and turning off the lights.
Are we even going to talk about the elephant in the room? Just going to throw a blanket over it and push through the weekend?
Nothing about any of this is fair. Congratulations, now you know.
Say it! I want the truth! I want the truth.
We're all holding on to that golden tip. We're all playing the same game here, honey. You just couldn't hack it. You're the loser. There. That's the truth. The views on my channel are off the charts. You gotta see this. All over the internet. You look at those numbers.
Is it because of something bad?
It changes things, right?
That sure does. Look at that dress fit. Birdie, that's amazing. Just watch this dress. Watch, spin that dress again. We're all starting in the pool tonight. That's what I want.
Okay. That was not the murder I was expecting.
You tell them we need medical personnel and police.
Okay, yeah.
Police?
Yeah. Alright. So one of two things, first off, he was the target for murder, or the poison got mixed up, or he picked up a drink that was supposed to be meant for someone else, or blah blah blah. We still don't know for sure that he was the intended victim, but just for the sake of my brain, I'm going to assume that he was the intended victim. And then the question is, why, right? I can't really go off of anything right now because I'm really thrown off. I'm really thrown off that Duke was the one to be killed. Like, why him? I thought it was going to be Miles. I should have known I'd be wrong. This is a Knives Out mystery. We already figured out all the motives for everyone if Miles was the victim, but now we have to like rewire our brains and try to think, wait, well, why Duke? I don't know if I can even think about that right now, but what I can think about is the reaction that we saw just now to him being killed. Birdie's shock seemed a little performative, but I don't know whether I should take that with a grain of salt because she does seem to be a very performative, dramatic. Not that it's dramatic to freak out over someone being murdered in front of your eyes, but compared to everyone else reacting. The other person that at first I was a little hesitant about based on their reaction was Claire, because, I don't know, Claire, the way that she said, how did he die? Was it choking? Or just the way that she said that line, for some reason, made me think, are you being performative right now? Like, are you trying to play dumb right now? I was like, okay, maybe Claire, but then she was freaking out about what this is going to look like if they get police and investigative people involved, and the world is going to find out where she is right now, and she doesn't want that. So the fact that she cares so deeply about her image makes me believe that she is not the murderer. For some reason, I'm not suspicious of Miles. I don't know why. For some reason, I'm not suspicious of Whiskey. Maybe she had reason to kill him because it seemed like they didn't have the perfect relationship. She was always kind of like annoyed with him. She's clearly going off with Miles and trying to have her fun with him. So maybe she just wants to get rid of Duke. Maybe Miles got in her ear and told her, you know, hey, get rid of him. And then it's me and you, baby, and I'll take you to the top. I could see that. Now maybe I talked myself into it. But I just want to say, like, based on reaction alone, Whiskey seemed genuine. But I would say she is higher up on the list of suspects if we're looking at motive alone. Andy, I'm just not suspicious of because they're painting her as too much of a them against her scenario, and I just think it would be too obvious to the group to blame Andy, then in turn would be too obvious for the audience to see her being involved in a murder. So I'm still confused on why Andy was like stumbling around at one point in a back hallway, garden hallway. That threw me off. So yeah, that's all my thoughts right now. Peg, honestly, if Peg, the Birdie's publicist, I believe, she seems the most genuine too. I have no reason to be suspicious of her based on her reaction, based on motive, nothing. No reason. So maybe I should keep a closer eye on Peg. It was meant for Miles.
Oh.
I knew it was possible that it was meant for someone else, because I was like, what, Duke? I'd be doing the same.
Come on, Miles.
Miles, it's us.
Where's Whiskey? Where's Andy?
Where's Duke's phone?
Where is Whiskey? Where did she go? Where's his gun?
Where's his stupid gun?
Miles,
No.
calm down.
Oh, shit.
What?
No, it's happening. Mr. Braun. Oh, shit.
What's
It
happening?
was the game. Help me. Help me. Help me.
What happens at 10 o'clock?
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord, help us.
Oh my God, someone grabbed a knife.
Helen!
Listen, did you take Duke's gun?
No.
Why would I take Duke's gun? I don't understand.
Are we gonna have multiple murders in this?
We only need one last piece of information, and only you can.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh, I have the chills. Oh my God. What is happening? I got full body chills. They're like on my scalp. Oh no. Oh no. I thought she was giving me like final girl vibes. Like if this went full on, everyone fend for themselves type of situation and like it was turning from murder to serial murders, I thought she was going to be our last girl standing. It is possible that whoever tried to kill Miles and whoever killed Duke isn't the same person that just killed her. What if it was Miles who just killed Andy? Because he realized that was where his immediate thought went. Where is Andy? Where is Andy? And yeah, maybe he is thinking, oh, she tried to kill me. But maybe he knows too, for some reason, that she would never try to do this. But now that a murder has happened here on this island and the investigation is going to ensue either way, maybe Miles thought this is my chance to kill Andy and pin it on whoever tried to kill me. I'm leaning that way. I feel like Miles just killed Andy. Wait a minute. What if Miles also killed Duke? What if he set up Duke to drink from his own glass to make it look like somebody is trying to kill Miles? You know, like what if Miles is the murderer? He's trying to make it look like someone else is trying to kill him. And that's how he thinks he's going to get away with murder.
Is this Benoit Blanc's residence?
What is this?
What is this regarding?
Oh my.
What? Whoa.
My name is Helen Brand, and I came all the way here from Alabama.
What do you do in Alabama?
What is happening?
I teach.
Blanc lied to us?
My twin sister committed suicide.
Wait, what?
In her car. In her garage.
She really is Helen? And Helen just got shot? And Andy killed herself days before this private island thing? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Processed, let's keep going.
I get the call and I fly in. This was yesterday. And then I go to Andy's house. I'm cleaning it out. It's a mess. And then I just hear a knock at the door and it's some courier with this thing from Miles Braun. And I'm
Okay.
sure there's some clever way to open it.
Okay, see, this is what I said in the beginning, and it made perfect sense whether it was Andy opening it like that or if it was her sister Helen opening it like that. It wasn't Andy knocking it open because she's refusing to play into Miles's games. It was bashed open because her sister doesn't have a mind for puzzles like she does.
I finally found it. It's right here, and I'm going to use it to burn his whole empire down.
Oh
Give
my
me all
god.
one last chance to make things right. You know where to find me. Hey.
I searched every inch of every room in her house, and guess what wasn't there?
The red envelope.
Mm.
I've not seen your sister's death in the news. Did you release a statement?
No. Shit, was I supposed to?
Yes. Miss Brand,
You're gonna pretend to be your sister.
I'm proposing that you come with me to that island as your sister.
Oh, I bet he feels bad
As
now.
Cassandra Brand.
This makes way more sense to me. I was like, really? I mean, I guess they showed that how bored Blanc was, you know, spending all his time in the bathtub trying to play, what's that game called? They did set that up for us to believe that he would take a fun little mystery game because he was so desperate just to play with his mind after being stuck in quarantine. But this just makes way more sense that he's really there for something real from the very beginning. I like that.
10 years ago, before they all hit it big, they used to hang together at this bar.
Miles was leader of the pack.
No, Andy was. They were all friends with Andy.
Mm-hmm.
It's Miles.
Hey, nice to meet you, Miles.
Looking like Farquaad.
You know, small stuff, but it happened. And then the big thing happened.
She did that napkin?
What is that you're working on?
And she found out that Miles had the lawyers work the contract, so she was cut out the company completely.
So she sued over that.
The case was based on intellectual ownership of the company's founding idea.
And he said,
Her idea on
yeah, and he said he wrote that on the
which
napkin.
she didn't keep.
It's a fake. Oh my god, good. Does this mean we can get real justice for this woman then? Because I've just been sitting. Oh my god. That's what was in the envelope. Oh yeah.
I signed off on putting clear in a manned mission. The staff doesn't know it yet.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
It could literally turn people's homes into the Hindenburg?
You're really good at this. There's interesting stuff about whiskey and motives for both Lionel and Claire. Whoa, 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 whoa. I thought you said you didn't drink.
Oh, this is some funky health stuff.
No, you give me that.
That's why she was stumbling around.
Can we talk about the email? You didn't even write back. I called. We all did. Right after we got it, over and over.
What?
Your phone was off.
And when we couldn't reach you, I went to your house.
We knocked and waited and called for you, and after an hour we left.
He almost got in an accident on his motorcycle. He was driving so fast.
Andy, I almost got pancake. Look, baby.
Babe?
We really need this. So do this for me one last time, okay?
Was that Whiskey and he was telling Whiskey to get... Oh my god. With Miles.
Just a late night spot. And you know he's earned it with what he did.
With what he did.
He is my only lifeline.
So all of them have a motive and all of them have the opportunity.
They would want him to see what they'd done for him.
Mm-hmm.
They brought it here. It's
Unless
here.
they burned it after
So how are
showing
we
him.
supposed to find it?
We have to find that envelope.
You're the loser. That's the truth.
Okay, so she left and went looking for the envelope.
Search their rooms, ransack them, fast and thorough.
Oh.
Hey.
Hi.
Want to hang out or?
Nope. No. Oh no.
He deserved what he got, and you are better off without him.
What the fuck?
Oh my god! I'm not trying to kill you, you crazy bitch!
And only you can.
Why did I get surprised by it again? I'm sorry, what?
You have to find that envelope.
I will.
Thank God she's not dead. I felt real bad. Ah.
I expected complexity. I expected intelligence. It hides not behind complexity, but behind mind-numbing, obvious clarity.
Oh. Wow.
It all adds up. The key to this entire case. I assumed Miles Braun was a complicated genius. But why? Miles Braun is an idiot.
Look at that dress spin. Birdie, that's amazing. Just.
Oh my
You
god.
handed Duke your own glass.
That was actually in the movie, wasn't it? I remember that now. Oh, what an entrance.
Who did the envelope threaten? Lionel faxed Andy's email to Miles, who received it in New York. Well, she didn't see the obvious threat until it was too late. Duke alone knew you were there that night, but he didn't know Andy was dead. No, he didn't know that until this evening, when he got a Google alert on his phone, which has now fallen strangely silent, and which he showed to you. Right out in the open, Duke showed him.
That changes things, right?
It sure does.
And told him
Oh my
exactly
God.
what he wanted in return for his silence.
Oh.
And pineapple juice.
No pineapple in there, right?
It's so dumb.
So dumb, it's brilliant.
No! It's just dumb. And now we come to Helen's attempted murder, which I have to give you credit for. Did have a sound foundation of thought. It's like putting a loaded gun on the table and turning off the lights. Heavens.
That wasn't even an original thought for him.
Brainless. Jackass!
You still kept the envelope. You didn't burn it or anything?
Yeah, I thought that would burn it right away.
Recognize this?
Oh. I was thinking, like, I would not just pull out such an important piece of evidence and show him, look what I have. No, that's just asking for him to try and take it and ruin it. You should have kept it in your back pocket and been like, I have the envelope and I have it in a place that you'll never find, you know? They're still all wrapped around his finger, really? After you know he's a murderer.
There's nothing I can do, except maybe offer you some courage.
What? I have no idea what. What? Is she gonna ruin the Mona Lisa?
We're not.
Oh my god.
Helen, walk away.
No. Oh my god. Okay, this is great. This is so cool. This is gonna bring him down, right? It's exposing Clear, right? But I want him exposed for stealing Andy's whole idea. Is he gonna die? I don't even want him to die. I want him to, like, have to face the world.
Mona Lisa.
Have fun being the man who was responsible for bringing down the Mona Lisa. Hey, his headlines will be in the papers with Mona Lisa, just like he wanted.
You did get your wish
Mm-hmm.
to forever be remembered in the same breath as the Mona Lisa.
Poetic justice, I say.
We all saw the same thing. We know what happened. Am I right?
No.
I saw the napkin he burned.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, it took them long enough. It's really sad that this is their breaking point. They're like, okay, so he's going down at this point? Okay, I guess we can hop out. And Andy is going to be remembered as she should, because now these 5 are going to tell him what really happened and that he killed Andy. He's going down. We needed to break him so that we could break apart the group and get them to testify against him. All in a day's work. Perfect timing. Oh my god, I thought that was so good. I think I might have... Is this I don't even know if this is a controversial opinion. I think I liked this one better than the first. Don't cancel me. I don't know why. I can't explain why. I don't know. Like, that reveal, that twist of Andy having been dead days prior and us finding out that Andy was actually her twin sister Helen, like, that twist, that reveal was huge. And even before that, before we even got that big twist, Andy being killed and there being like 3 different murders, I was like, is this about to go full on like, there was never any doubt that this movie could get bigger. Like, I would not be surprised if the whole shocking twists of this movie, the sequel, was everyone's gonna die. Like, I don't know. I have no idea what the movie's capable of. So when it started getting, like, the murders started tallying up, I was like, oh, Jesus. But then they throw in the twin twist. The twinst. I will say that, and I also love, again, they tied up all the loose ends. Everything was explained. Everything made sense. I love the little poetic justice at the end of him being in the head, like, what, this people's being in the same breath as the Mona Lisa or something, whatever dumb thing that he was aiming for. I love that she brought it back and was like, there you will be. I love that so much. I have to say, one thing I like more about this movie, I think, than the last, and I think the reason why I like this one a little bit more than the last is because I had more of an emotional investment into the story and the characters of this movie for this reason. How can you not empathize with a person, Andy, who is losing all of her credit for the empire that she built to this idiot? I was so scared when I found out what he did to her, like, minus even all the murders and everything, the fact that he took the company from her and screwed her over like that. And all these people are like, well, you have to follow the big man, otherwise my life's ruined, what can I do? It's just like, oh my God. So just that alone, hearing that Miles stole the company from Andy, I was like, no, I'm team Andy. Like, why would he do that, right? Right there, emotionally invested in Andy. Finding out that Andy has been murdered, and for a second I was like, holy crap, is he gonna get away with having credit for this company? Because she's dead. Who's going to defend her? Her sister, thank God. And Blanc. I was just so emotionally invested in the consequences of the possibility of getting away with murder in this movie. I was also invested in the consequences in the last movie. I really like the trend that the Knives Out series has going for it, where the guys who are trying to get away with murder, they just have it coming, don't they? And the good guys come out on top, as they should. For some reason, sometimes when movies pull off, yeah, good guys, if you do good things will happen to you, right? When movies try to pull that off, that messaging off, it can feel a little hokey, is that the word? But for some reason with this, it doesn't. It feels so, it satisfies me when the good people win. I loved this movie. Specifically the second half. The second half was so good. Maybe the first 30 minutes were a little drawn out. Maybe it was a little slow moving at times, but the second half sealed it for me that this is my personal fave out of the two. So let me know what your thoughts are. If your favorite out of the two is the first, I can't fault you for that. I'm sure you have good reasons behind it, and I would love to hear them. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the sequel. If you don't want to compare movie to movie, just tell me what you thought of this movie in a standalone sense, and I'm excited to see what you guys say. If you guys noticed anything that you noticed that I didn't notice, please let me know, and I will see you guys next time.